Good evening. I want to discuss very little discussed personal development concept really, and going to see if anyone's going to jump on in amongst their Friday night festivities, shall we say. See, I know the lighting's not great. South Wales evening here, the sun's going down. So yeah, hi Mel, how are you, lovely? So yeah, I just want to talk about an under-discussed, Bradley, my brother, the millionaire. Look at this little beautiful glass of red Argentinian Malbec. I know that's not your thing. But yeah, just very quickly, I wanted to talk about how to bring yourself down after a great day. Because I spend my life lifting people up. So I delivered a training today at Cheltenham Town Football Club for a large academic organisation. And they're going through some challenges and they needed some empowerment, some new thought strategies, some mindset development. And the session was absolutely smashed. We smashed it. It was a phenomenal session. People opened up new thought patterns. They were committed to taking things to the next level and they saw their challenges in a new light. So everyone, they're saying things. Jermaine, what an inspiring session, great session. What a guy, what an inspiration you are. All these great things that can feed the ego and take you up and think, oh yes, what a great day, what a great day. And you just have this on repeat and just think that everything's perfect. Now, when you think that everything is fantastic and you did a perfect job, you miss out on the opportunity of some personal development. So I like to sit down and things do tend to go very, very well. And that's not because I'm so special, that's because I've worked very, very hard on my craft and learning how to empower groups of people. But I like to sit down and I like to ask myself questions like, a little Fastino. Oh, we love a Fastino, Sarah. Great shout. Sometimes when we think everything is fantastic, we miss out on that growth. So I like to sit down and ask myself, who did I not serve well enough today? Who could I have helped? Who could I have helped in a more efficient way? How could I have taken things to the next level? What did I miss? What did I not do perfectly that I can do better next time? Questions that will bring me back down into center, into balance, that will allow me to keep learning. So guys, we're just talking about how when you have a great day, or when you do a great job, or when you have a phenomenal coaching session, or you deliver a great talk or a great business meeting, it's very easy to just stay up there, which is great. We need the full spectrum of life, of course. But if you stay up there, you miss out on an opportunity of personal growth. You need to discuss yourself back down into center. What could I have done better? Who did I miss? Why didn't I score myself a 10 out of 10? Which you never will anyway. But you get my point. And you can do this across life. You can smash it in the gym. You can be really up. And you can ask yourself the question, if I'm honest, could I have done one more rep? Could I have done one more minute on the treadmill? Good evening, Jacqueline. Hi, Bikram. How are you, my friend? Yeah, absolutely. And it's that reflection, especially when you're getting used to bringing yourself up through some of the positive thinking techniques, if you like, or some of the mindset development. You need to have the skill set to do both. Because if you absolutely smash it, you might miss something. So yeah, for me, and this reflective practice, sometimes it can be a pen and a pad. For myself and Sarah this evening, it's just a little glass of full-bodied red wine. And, it can be, as I always say, whatever works for you. That's always my message. I did a little Facebook status about wheatgrass and wine. 90% of the time I'm drinking water with wheatgrass in, 10% of the time a little glass of red wine. Sarah says, critical analysis is essential. I did it after the festival. You have to grow every time. Love that. Love that. Because if we're not growing, what's happening? We're dying. We need to be careful when we look to maintain. Does that make sense? That's why Oprah keeps going. That's why Richard Branson keeps going. Because you step back, you reflect, you think, how can we go and grow again? And I just wanted to make this quick video to share that process with you, share that idea with you. It seems like loads of the phenomenal people on here watching this right now, you guys are getting involved in those practices anyway. I know I've got some phenomenal leaders here, people who arrange festivals, people who own amazing care home organisations, who care about people, put on phenomenal events for people. So you guys, I'm preaching to the converted in many ways. But I just want to remind you that sometimes, and don't get me wrong, my events, if you've seen me, if you've been to any of my events, you know that my events are designed to pull up. But I do open up that pathway of how to think yourself critically back into balance. That makes sense? So we're not, yes, jumping up and down, we have a great time, and my events are very, very lively, and if you're looking from the outside, it looks a little bit weird. But there's a real method behind that madness, if you like, because on a societal level, I'm sure you'll agree, we're very, very down. The majority of people are very, very down. You mean you could just walk down the high street and you just see people buried in their phones. So my events are designed to pull up into balance. Yeah, we don't want to live with our head in the clouds. We want to use any positive thinking techniques that we have as a real strategy, rather than to just create delusions. This makes sense? So for me, I mean, I used to think, I mean, there's no way, this represents personal growth for me, there's no way that I would have admitted to just unwinding, sitting down and enjoying a glass of one of my favourite wines. I wouldn't have admitted that 5 years ago. I would have been pretending to be like, Eric Thomas or one of the truly motivational speakers. And that's not who I am, so I don't need to portray that anymore. I know I'm great at what I do, and you know that you're great at what you do. And it's those peaks and troughs and how you manage those peaks and troughs, those big challenges, those big breakthroughs, those big wins that allow you to, your net gain. Because we know there's going to be ups and downs. We know that. We're not going to positive think that away. Of course there's going to be ups, and of course there's going to be downs. But what we're looking for a net gain of winning. Does that make sense? So guys, any of you that have been watching live with me this evening, you've put some amazing comments, just reading through, again, everything from having a little glass of wine to talking about reflection and critical analysis. And if you're going to watch the replay, or if you're watching the replay, rather, it's great to have you on board. I mean, with this, I'm making a real conscious decision now to document some of my thoughts, document some of the conversations. I get lots of messages on Facebook Messenger. I get messages from delegates at corporate training like I gave today. So I'm really making a real effort to document these thoughts with you, and I'm really enjoying the byplay, and some of you are being so kind with the messages you're sending to me. So any questions you've got, anything you'd like to talk to me about on a Facebook Live or one-on-one, as I keep saying, my door is open. I do my absolute utmost to get back to everyone within 24, certainly 48 hours. And yeah, today, just spend the weekend, enjoy the weekend, you know what I mean? If it's okay to sit back, relax, think about things. How are you going to take things to the next level? Are you going to work tomorrow and then rest all day Sunday? Are you going to spend time with your family just for the whole 2 days and just spend 5-10 minutes Sunday evening reflecting, ready, before the working week begins again? Whatever it is for you, my friends, whatever it is for you, do it in line with your values. Do it in line with what works for you. And for me, this just works. So I bid you a fantastic Friday evening, and I will be back probably tomorrow, I would say. I've got my beautiful son Fraser with me tomorrow, but shout out to Jojo Graham on that nap time hustle. So when he has his nap time, I'll come have a conversation with you guys again. Yeah? Have a fantastic Friday, my friends, and keep going and keep growing.